Okay. Oh my God. It's the Show Feet podcast. I'm Stu. This is Kendra Allure.
Kendra Allure.
Yeah. Um, so how tall are you?
6'1".
6'1". Okay. Um, so what's it like dating for you? Is there a height requirement?
That question I always get. I used to have a height requirement,
Yeah.
kind of like at least nose and above, but then it kind of just got thrown out the window as years went on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so there is like guys under 5'10", that's cool with you?
Yeah. As long
Like
as you
you
got, you're a great person, really.
yeah, yeah.
Height really doesn't make a difference. Your personality can make up for how short
Hmm.
you
So you
potentially
dated
are.
like short men, like
Yeah,
below average height.
the shortest, I think he was like maybe 5'6", 5'7",
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah.
If that's not strange going out in public, you got your heels on and shit.
It kind of can feel awkward, but
Yeah,
I mean, no, not really. It's
yeah.
like it doesn't matter. Like,
Okay, okay. Was there ever any basketball aspirations?
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've played basketball most of my life. But
okay,
then I got injured in college, so I
yeah.
really couldn't go farther than
Hmm.
college. So
Okay,
yeah, that's definitely been a goal.
okay. You into any other sports?
Volleyball,
Uh,
I ran track. I play tag and flag football.
hmm.
What else would I do? That's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn. So you consider yourself a natural athlete
Mhm.
type shit?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Cause I was looking on your page and there was like some wrestling stuff on
Oh yeah, I do wrestling, boxing,
there. Damn,
Brazilian
wrestling.
jiu Brazilian jiu-jitsu, a
So
little MMA.
damn.
Yeah.
So you a fighter, like for real.
Yeah, when I
You
want to
like
be.
yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. And but you mix like the fetish stuff in with that,
Mhm.
the wrestling.
Mhm.
So how did that come about? How did you get into it?
Oh man, that's always a funny question. I just got asked.
Yeah.
I moved to Florida like right before the pandemic hit,
Uh-huh.
and there were just I had got a couple of emails from a who was it, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor
Mm-hmm.
and a tickling producer,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Hey, we want to have you wrestle one of my guys that I train
Yeah.
on camera," and I'm like, hmm. I actually ignored him for like a year.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're crazy. But
Uh-huh.
then I finally hopped on. But that's pretty much how it happened. It's just
Mm-hmm.
they brought it to me, and then I didn't know how much of a fetish it was.
Yeah, right.
Because I watched entertainment wrestling like all my life,
Right.
so I kind of figured it. Like, I
Yeah.
see the nuances in this,
Right.
but yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know it was like that until I really fell into it.
Okay, so did you ever have aspirations to do like WWE type shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always like wrestled. You know how growing up you kind of play fight and play wrestle with your cousins, maybe like little people you
Yeah.
interested in or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like I did that.
Okay.
So it was always like, oh, I always saw myself in the ring or jumping off the ropes,
Mm-hmm.
even though I was big as hell. I didn't
Yeah.
care. Which yeah, I always wanted to do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, being big works out for wrestling though. Okay.
Being
Okay.
small does too, but
Yeah.
it depends on what all other
Uh-huh.
skills you have.
Yeah. Would you do you know how to act? Because it's acting is like a part of WWE, right?
Yeah, very much so.
Would you be comfortable with that?
Yeah, I think so. It's like I'm an introvert, so it's like at the beginning of having to
Mm-hmm.
step outside of myself, I'm kind of like reserved.
Yeah.
But once I'm into it, it's you can't get me out of the
Yeah.
character. Like I think I know how to act pretty well from what I'm told.
Yeah.
So
You've done like role play content.
yeah, role play
Yeah.
content. My sessions I do some role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, dang, yeah, I do a lot of acting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely good practice. So you cater to like a bunch of different fetishes, right?
hmm
What's your favorite one?
That's so hard.
If
It depends on my mood.
mm-hmm.
Because, some days I don't feel like doing anything. Some
Yeah.
days I want to be lazy. So that day, my favorite might be just having my feet worshipped while I'm playing the game or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I could do that the whole day. Like I would
Yeah.
not care. Or it's like, yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling active, I'll be ready to wrestle somebody and do that for like a few hours. Now, but I want to say like my all-time favorite, that's the ones I have the most fun with.
Mm-hmm.
is so hard to say. It is so hard. It have to be like my top three. I can give you like top three.
Mhm.
There's the wrestling sessions,
Yeah.
the wrestling that I do, the dry humping that I do.
Mhm.
I enjoy that
Mhm.
personal enjoyment.
Yeah.
And then the wedgies, like the bullying sessions I do.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of humiliation kinks out there that I
Yeah.
perform for people. I'm a big,
Yeah.
so I'm a bully.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's highly requested, like dom stuff and humiliation.
Mhm.
That's highly requested.
Mhm.
Okay. So what about feet stuff? That's not heavily requested, or?
I want to say with me, it kind of just depends on where I'm traveling to and kind of,
Mhm.
I don't know, who has me on their, platform. Because a lot
Yeah.
of my community didn't come from feet people. It
Right.
came
Right.
from like dry humping, wrestling, tickling,
Right.
sneezing, the burping. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
wait, you got pretty feet too. That's kind of how it
Yeah.
happened. So it's like, yeah, I get them every now and then. Maybe a little more than usual. Like if I put out some content and then go travel, somebody's
Right.
like, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I want to say I get more wrestling sessions than anything.
Damn.
Hmm.
So people are requesting you to wrestle them.
Yeah, or
So,
beat them up.
but how does that work? They're fighting back.
Yeah, as much as they can. I'd say it like that.
That
Yeah,
sounds dangerous.
it can be, but
Yeah.
within any setting I do, it's always going to be some kind of structure to it, even
Yeah.
though it may be a
Right.
freestyle. It's just like
Mhm.
don't go towards my face,
Mhm.
otherwise your face will be hurt. You will
Yeah.
walk away from this hurt. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
But
feel you.
it's a controlled setting. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? You got the fantasy wrestling, you got the semi-competitive.
Mhm.
Some people actually go all out. I don't do the full all out just
Mhm.
because I don't want to get hurt
Yeah. Yeah.
or
That
hurt
makes sense.
somebody else. Yeah.
That makes sense. So, what's the most profitable fetish for you?
Oh man, that's hard to say. Anything dominating, any
Mhm.
domination fetish kink, that's
Yeah.
my profitable one.
Yeah.
Like,
You do like what is it, giantess? Do
mm-hmm.
that stuff?
Giantess, I do
Mhm.
vor. Like I said, a lot of oral stuff, like the burping, the sneezing, mouth tours.
Mhm.
What else? There's just
I
so much
never
stuff.
understood burping and sneezing. So when you're doing that content, are you faking the sneeze? Are you?
No, there's a real sneezes.
How the hell you make yourself sneeze?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. Some people can just, I don't know, smell pepper,
Oh yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of pepper and sneeze their butt
Right.
off. Me, I
Yeah.
use their sneezing powder.
Hmm.
There actually is sneezing powder, and that's what I use to sneeze. And I can go for a good 10 minutes before I'm
But
just like oozing snot and
yeah.
tears and can't breathe, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that one's definitely not for me.
Might
It's
not be. Yeah, it might not be. You say
okay.
you don't understand
Yeah.
it. One thing what I
Yes.
tell people, it's probably not for you to
Yeah. Yeah.
understand.
Definitely.
It's for them to understand. They
Right.
like it. You should just, oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you okay? Do you do any scat?
A little. See,
A little.
I'm kind of getting more and more into it only
Hmm.
because I have a shy butthole. That's what I just tell people. I
Yeah.
have a shy asshole, so
Yeah. I think.
it's like when I on camera, that's when I kind of freeze up.
Hmm.
But yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I notice a lot of girls say when they first start out doing scat, they can't really just shit like that
Mhm.
with people watching.
Mhm.
But after a while, it just
People become
becomes
second nature.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just that whole mental block of.
Hmm.
With me, it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, but is that just for content or do you actually shit on people? Is
Shit
that
on people.
yeah.
I've gotten
Wow.
one, like I've actually had like a couple sessions where we'd have to switch to something else because it's just like I froze up.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's been one successful scat session, I can proudly say.
Okay.
I can.
Okay. And do you prep for that? Is there a way to prep for that?
Yeah.
Or are you just hoping that you can shit?
I mean, I honestly, because I'm a pretty healthy person, I like to say, eat a bunch of vegetables, take fiber, drink buku water all day.
Yeah, yeah.
So I already know when I'm gonna shit. Like I
Hmm.
actually go multiple times a day.
Yeah.
So it's like clockwork for me. Me getting ready would be eating specific stuff,
Yeah.
to know, yeah, it's gonna come out full or consistent instead of, the little sporadic things you want.
Yeah. I've heard you're supposed to shit multiple times a day. I only shit once a
Yeah.
day.
I mean,
only
and that's
shit
the thing though.
once.
That's better if. Sorry, my little nerd is coming out. That's actually better than what a lot of people do. Some people only go like every other day or every 2 days, and that's normal for them, and it's really not normal. So high five. Once a day is good. I always commend people on their pooping. You need to poop. You need to poop.
I heard you're supposed to go like 3 times or something.
I go about 3 a day.
But I'm over here like the cleanup sounds crazy.
That's why bidets are always a great investment. Bidets are a great investment.
And I don't like shitting in public. That would bother me if I had to just go in a stall. I don't like shitting in public.
No, I understand. I don't either.
Yeah, I'm comfortable at home.
If I gotta go.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go.
I feel you. What's the shoe size? What is?
9.5 in men and 11 in women.
Oh, 11. That's actually kind of small for you, isn't it?
That's what people say because of my height, but it's not really. I kind of got, I guess, average size feet for a tall person. But yeah, when I put on my sneakers, people are like, you got small feet for a tall person.
Yeah, because I would think 13.
Oh no, it's 11, 12.
So what's going on with the pedicure? What is it? What we got?
Oh, so a couple of weeks ago, I was at a wrestling event in Vegas, and so my wrestling outfit I chose, I kind of did the Shigo inspired outfit, so that's where the pedi and nails came from.
Okay, how do you get into a wrestling event? Like, is that something that you are you looking for that online, or does somebody hit you up like, hey, we got an event?
Both.
How did that one? How do you come across that one?
That one, I don't know if you've heard of Session Girls. Yeah,
I'm not familiar.
It's basically a directory for doms and fetish performers and providers to just be like, hey, I'm traveling. Hey, here's all of what I do. This is who I am.
Damn.
It's a directory, and I mean, once you type in, oh, I'm going to New Orleans next month. If somebody's there, they'll search that city. These are all the girls coming. You know what I'm saying? So the people who ran that site have done wrestling events and stuff, and one of the producers was like, Kendra, I want you on one of my matches. I was like, okay.
Okay, so that was fetish based. It was like, okay.
Wow. Like it's fetish based, but I mean, it's real like actual, I mean, it's the entertainment wrestling. Yeah. But there are some girls who are doing the MMA holds and submission tap outs to where, you're getting put in choke holds and the limb breakers and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's got some realness to it.
Yeah, you have a script to follow and everything for that.
Sometimes. Yeah. That one there was no script. It was just a freestyle. It's just kind of we just go. I mean, you know what to do and what not to do. Yeah. You know how to read and how not to read. If you don't, I mean, pretty much just on the bottom the whole time.
Yeah. Is that the most fun way to do it, freestyling, or would you prefer it to be scripted so you know exactly?
I'm a structure person, so it's like I always want a script. I always want to know what's going on from top to bottom. Like, give me a synopsis or something. Right. But it's so much more fun when it's a freestyle. It really is, because I mean, it's that give and take from another person. You don't know what's going on in their head, and then you learn along the way. So that's what makes it so much more fun to me. I love to learn. Like, I'm like a sponge every day.
Okay. So you travel for sessions and shoots and stuff, right? What's your favorite place that you've been to? City?
Not New Orleans. That's my favorite city, period. Vegas, I want to say. Every time I go to Vegas, it's so fun. Besides just the city, being out there, enjoying myself, the working with new wrestling. It's like a wrestling capital in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, that side of the country, big. I mean, if you don't have a studio for doing porn or something, you have a ring. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's big out there. So that's why I like Vegas a lot. It's just so much fun.
So you're not out there gambling and fucking strip clubs, none of that? It's just
not really.
Just wrestling.
I'm not a gambler. You know what I'm saying? I'll go down, maybe play the machines or go to a show or walk outside and go sightsee, maybe a movie. But strip clubs, I'm spoiled. Like I only like New Orleans strip clubs. I'm spoiled.
What?
I'm spoiled. I mean, I'm spoiled.
But wait. You only like New Orleans strip clubs, but you live in Atlanta.
I'm not from here. I'm from New Orleans.
But Atlanta,
I cannot. You can't.
But Atlanta.
Yeah, y'all got the rule. The get naked. Y'all can all that, but
what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm just.
Damn.
I think it's the showmanship isn't there, and it's there, but I don't know. I'm just spoiled. I love New Orleans strip clubs. That's
so. What's the difference?
Maybe because it's home.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
I guess
it's home. Like
yeah, I've never heard bad reviews of Atlanta strip clubs. That's
I mean, they cool. I mean, but I've been to so many strip clubs in my life, in Texas, out here, New York. Okay.
Damn. What?
Don't ask me. But every time I go to strip clubs with my partners, I go anywhere and I'm like, okay, have fun. But every time I go to New Orleans, like I said, I think it's just because I'm home. And me and
that makes sense.
It's home.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually danced?
Not as me working as a stripper. Like I dance because I'm joking with the strippers. I know how to dance, and they down there dancing with me. Who knows?
You wouldn't want to do that?
I thought about it, but my grandma always kind of stopped that. She just said, Kendra, if I ever find out, I'm going to snatch you off the stage. And literally, for years, it was just always a scene I'd play in my head, like, oh, man, maybe I should. And I always saw my grandma just shuffling her ass in the place. I'm going to get your ass done. She don't cuss, by the way, but I feel like she'd cuss her ass off if she did.
Okay. But does she know about the fetish work? She don't know.
I don't know, honestly. I'm not going down that road to ask her. My mom knows, my aunts know, cousins, sisters. I think most of my family knows. Now my grandma, I don't know, but I'm not gonna knock on that door to see.
Yeah.
You shouldn't ask questions you don't want the answer to. That's one of them answers I don't want to hear.
I feel that. So your other family members that do know, they're comfortable with it. They don't judge.
They judge, but it was funny because the last time I just went home, they actually told me the extent of the conversation. But at first, it was just, whenever I'm talking to it, you got intrigued. What? Huh?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
What? And then, when you're not there, that's when the real conversation happens. So it kind of was just like, oh, Kendra's, she's doing porn. She's just, I never thought she would. And then my cousins and my sisters was like, y'all, she's not doing what you think she's doing. They're like, huh? They kind of showed them and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess Kendra's going to do what Kendra wants to do anyway. So we kind of did that. So it's like they judged. But after a while, they were like, oh, I guess.
So growing up, you weren't really out there for them to think that you would do that? You okay.
Because I'm an introvert. I'm a nerd. Yeah. Computers, wrestling, sports, anime, and animals. That was me growing up. Like, I was always inside. Or if I was outside running around, I'm running, playing a sport, wrestling, fighting with my cousins, whatever. But like, even after college, like people were like, Kendra, we never thought you would. We never thought you would. I mean, of course you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't put it out there, and even if behind closed doors, it was only with one person. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't just hopping around all the time. Yeah. Nobody would ever thought.
Yeah, and a lot of the times your sexual experiences, those aren't really going to be shared with anybody
at all, right?
So nobody's going to know.
Yeah, so it'd always be a shock, but it's like, because I showed you what I was doing last night, even though we're just the greatest of friends. It's crazy.
Yeah, okay. You said you like anime. What's your favorite anime?
Of all time?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a huge anime nerd, but I'm into all the popular ones.
Okay.
But yeah, what's your favorite?
Call you a hype beast. That's what I would call you, a hype beast. But it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. You're into it.
Yeah.
I give you that. I'm not a gatekeeper.
Yeah, so. I'm not deep in the weeds. I know all the popular. I've seen all the popular ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite though is Bleach and Inuyasha.
Okay.
All time, Bleach and Inuyasha.
Okay, my only problem with those is if you go back and watch them again, it's a hard watch for me. Because the way animation,
both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because of the progression of animation. It's so much better now that you go back and watch Inuyasha. Inuyasha, what is Inuyasha? The 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old as it's very still framed. I can't go back.
See, I appreciate art like in all forms.
Right.
That aesthetic. I was even talking about it last night. Like Bleach just dropped their third for 1,000 Year Blood War, and the animation is so crisp, and you could tell it's either whether it's been in a computer or just shots, whatever. But that whole '90s aesthetic that it still has, I fucking love. I just love art.
So you can go back and watch those shows.
Yeah, of course. Oh my gosh, like you got the old ones that people like Eon Flux. You heard of Eon Flux? Yeah. Like that animation style is just it just looks so archaic. But to me, I'm just like it's nostalgia.
Wow. So, yeah. So Dragon Ball Z, you like Dragon Ball Z?
Do I? Yes.
And you would go back and watch?
Yeah, again. I still do. I still do. Like, what was I watching a couple of weeks ago? Like, I do a lot of comfort shows or, background noise while I'm working or something. But when Goku was the original Dragon Ball, like smacking Goma's cat while she was asleep, like that, watch the whole thing all over again.
Wow. Yeah, Dragon Ball was very still framed. I can't go back and watch Dragon Ball because they do that thing where nothing will happen for 5 straight
episodes. Fillers.
Yeah.
They had to be notorious for fillers.
And then everybody's standing around waiting for the fight to happen sometimes. I don't like it. But I think I'm just spoiled because you got shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and like Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer.
Yep.
And I think I'm just spoiled now. I can't go back.
Now you can't say, well, you can say because Demon Slayer is still quite microwavable. But they drew out a lot of that. I'm not even going to lie, because I read the manga too. Yeah. But even the animation of some of these newer animes gets drawn out. Just want you to know.
Yeah, it is. What's your favorite newer, maybe anime that came out in the past, let's say past 10 years?
Oh, wait. Time out. What's your favorite anime? I meant to ask you that.
Ever?
Even I know you're just in the popular ones, but yeah, what is it?
Ever? Well, that would have to be Naruto, not Shippuden.
Why you didn't like? I mean, I didn't watch Naruto. I watched certain episodes, never watched the whole thing.
That's actually crazy.
That's actually crazy. You don't like the drawn out aspect of Dragon Ball, but you watch Naruto. You like that's your favorite, really?
Naruto?
Really?
Naruto. But if you go back, but you didn't watch it, so you wouldn't even.
I watched a few episodes. I understand the gist of it. Doesn't mean like it's. You can't tell me they don't. They draw out stuff too now.
They do, but it will be hard to explain it because you have to go tuning exams and then the Sasuke stuff. It's hard to explain if you haven't seen
not.
If you haven't seen the show, it's hard to explain.
Everybody has an arc. Everything gets drawn out, and you're telling me.
Naruto did do a really bad thing where after the whole Sasuke shit went down, they have like 80 episodes of filler to end the show. And that didn't really make sense. But other than that, the show was...
I'm going to keep dragging you.
No. Other than that, it was nowhere near what Dragon Ball Z was doing, where everyone was standing around. I mean, the fat booth thing, where Goku is just in front of him, charging up. How many episodes was that?
It was a few. You're right.
That was bad.
Until because they had, Akira kind of didn't do the side story thing that everybody else does now. You know what I'm saying? To where like they'll jump back to your story and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot they were doing that. But it was still drawn out. I get where you're coming from. Yeah. You got it.
Okay, but newer. Let's go. By the way, not Shippuden. I didn't like Shippuden too much. But past 10 years anime, like newer anime, what's your favorite?
Dang, that's kind of hard.
Are you more into storytelling or like fights? What's your thing?
I like them all, really. I'm not too much into the horror, gory ones, but I do like them. I want to say, but
Attack on Titan.
I want to say that one. That has to be it because from Jump, they were on bumpers from Jump. The first episode. But Fire Force to me was, I don't know. I got stuck in Fire Force. I love Fire Force.
I love Fire
I think
Force
it was
too.
the animation and the soundtracks. Like,
yeah.
I'm like watching it. Oh my god, like it was so good.
Have you seen Soul Eater?
I never finished it. Never did. I don't know why. I just never finished Soul Eater. Even like Promised Neverland. This is crazy. That one was going down. I think a hole. I think okay, let me come back, but never did. ReZero. I can't do ReZero. Oh, even wait, when did JoJo's?
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I couldn't get into that. You've seen Fire Force, but not Soul Eater. That's interesting because it's the same. It's the same people.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
but I never finished it. I don't know. I kept trying to go back, but I never just like stuck with it.
And with Attack on Titan, did you like the ending? Did you like it?
Yes.
You liked it genuinely.
Genuinely, yeah. I mean, it was really fucked up, but it was great. Come on, all of the back and forth that they did, the what do you call it? The forecasting and everything that they did. It was just like still no. The world ends. Like, I mean,
I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like the rumbling shit.
Why?
Like why? I just think a lot of anime, they do this terrible thing where they have to go over the top completely. Like this thing has to end with a bang, and then they just do too much. Which is why I didn't like Shippuden. They did too much, but I thought the rumbling shit was too much.
Like, what part of it was too much though? Like,
let's say the reason why everybody was drawn in is because of what it originally was, right? It had all these smaller situations. The characters are dealing with personal things in their lives and stuff. And when you get to the rumbling, it's like, really? So we're doing like kaiju end of the world shit?
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Because that's not
so
what
because it was end all be all, you're like, no.
I feel like that's not what made the show great. That's just me personally.
I feel like it was. It like messed your head up a lot. It did. Because I mean, you're of course you've got that hope. Yes, they're gonna end all this, then everybody will be safe. Fuck the walls, you know, fuck all the separation. And they're like, no, that's not how the world works. Hope. You got hope. You can hope all day, but when it's the end, it's the end.
I didn't like the giant fat titan rolling over the towns, and I didn't.
The big. I didn't like it either. I thought it was really gruesome, but
yeah,
they got their point across though. I mean, okay, I have a question. Are you siding with Aaron or not? Do you believe his cause, what he was about?
In that universe, I guess.
That universe.
But in the end, in the situation they were in, I guess. I just didn't like it.
You were so anti.
I felt like that's not what the show was. That's not what made it great. And they just said, we're just going to do this now. I don't know.
I loved it. Just, you'd go from one episode and the next. They're like 3 episodes ahead. Oh, yeah, so we figured this out. I loved that. I don't know what it was. I loved it. And Levi.
Yeah.
That's a bad man.
But all the great Levi moments were earlier on in the show, and like I said,
but that's they had to give you that hope. You had to be there with them, sitting there saluting with them, so you could feel the pain that they felt in that.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's what it was.
My emotional investment went out the window at the end.
It did.
That's just me.
I know I got pissed off when Gabi had shot Sasha.
Gabi, who the fuck is that?
Gabi, and I said Gabby, the little girl. You didn't finish it for real?
No, I watched the whole show, but it's been a while.
The little girl had killed the other girl in the plane, the one that was always wanting meat.
Yeah, I think I know what you. Yeah.
When I know what you're talking about. She stepped on that plane. That's whatever. My emotional investment went out the window, but I was there tuned in when the other episode dropped.
Yeah, I just didn't like the rumbling. That's just me.
That's it.
I don't like the way a lot of anime ends.
Okay, so let's say we're going to go to the Marvel Universe with Thanos. Do you agree with Thanos? Would you have went back like everybody else did to make him not snap his fingers, or would you let it have been 50-50?
I don't agree with Thanos because you make the world a more depressing place, and in the end, it's not worth it if you make the world depressed. Like you're trying to save the world because what was the point? People are using too many resources. We need to get rid of them. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if
overpopulation
you
of the
get rid of
planet.
people, now you've left a bunch of people depressed, right? You've lost your loved ones. And they're like, oh, the world's safe, but I have nobody to enjoy it with. That doesn't work to me.
I
So I
understand
don't,
what's the point, but
yeah.
I got the point. It's just the
I understood
emotions,
the point. Yeah.
emotional investment. I mean, emotions don't need to be in there at all, basically.
Well, yeah, with Thanos, he didn't care. Like he didn't have a loved one that he cared about. So
No,
it
he
wouldn't.
did. He did.
Well, yeah, but not in the movie.
No, he did. His daughter.
Did he really care about?
Yes.
You talk about Gamora.
He didn't care about. Really cared about her. As sadistic as it was, and then look, that's the love that he showed.
Okay, well maybe he wasn't attached enough because risking your daughter disappearing is
very true, very very true. I wouldn't sacrifice my daughter for anything.
Yeah.
But he had he thought outside of himself anyway. A greater purpose. Your life saves this earth.
Yeah, I think a bunch of depressed people walking around being depressed is not.
And I get it. Yeah. I get it. I do.
Yeah.
It's like, what good is this gonna do? But you know,
okay.
We'll heal.
Yeah. I see the Ninja Turtles. You fuck with Ninja Turtles? Is that one of your favorite shows?
It wasn't a favorite. I did, watch it in all of its forms, but I just like the sweater. I found it at Walmart. I think it was only like $12 or something, so I grabbed it.
That was the problem I had with Ninja Turtles. It's too many versions. There's a lot of there's a lot of ones that aren't so good.
Of course not.
I like the one where they don't have the pupils in their eyes. Their eyes are like all white. I forget. That's actually what inspired my tattoo. The purple dragon. There was a guy named Hun. He had a dragon going around his arm. I got a snake. You can't see it right now, but yeah, you don't remember that? The purple dragon and. Don't remember that.
I'm waiting. Yeah, you got to help me. I smoke a lot of weed.
Well, they got the Foot. They have two main enemies. They have the Foot Clan, and then they have the Purple Dragon. They're a separate thing.
I just remember certain things. Like I said, it wasn't a favorite.
Okay, let me see if I got some more questions for you here. Have you been in a relationship as a sex worker?
Yes.
How long you been a sex worker?
What year is it? 24.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years, right before the pandemic started. 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I was in a relationship.
And how did that work? Did that person have a problem with what you do?
No, he was doing it too. Like he probably wasn't, full blown. Neither was I. He was more so into the hardcore stuff. I wasn't. I just wanted to go into fetish.
Right.
So that's what happened. But yeah, and he fell off before I did, and when I really went into it, That's yeah. So it's like I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't. So yeah.
So did you ever have an issue with him? So y'all were y'all sharing, like open relationship type shit?
Well, look, I'm gonna say it like this. I was in a close relationship. He was in an open relationship in his mind. Like from what we discussed, we weren't supposed to be no cheating. He was cheating. Right. I wasn't. The content we did was fetish. Like I said, that's all I wanted. I did a little hardcore stuff, but it was only like very. It was only viewed in a very selective pool of people. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really going to be found. But I really wasn't worried about sharing because.
But if he was doing, you said he was doing porn. So if he was doing that, and then you got together.
It was like it was before me. It was just like, it was a weird transition. It's like he was doing it, then we got together. Then we started doing a little stuff. And what happened? Then I started getting into fetish, and he kind of went on that side of things. We still tried to do hardcore, then he just fell off. No, we broke up. That's what it was. And then he fell off, and then I just kept going with fetish.
Wait, but if he was doing porn before y'all met, you didn't expect him to want to venture out And
I did expect it, but my dumb ass, we have a conversation. Oh my God, he's gonna adhere to that,
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah. Could you see a man being faithful forever?
After a while, yeah, but not in the beginning.
I
I
don't
was
know.
like, men, just human beings. Once they're into something, they gotta grow out of it. So it's like with a lot of men being young and hormonal, and they're just gonna do what the fuck they want to do. A man could be in his 30s and he still wants to think about others. It kind of takes for a man to be 35 and after for him to be like, okay, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stick with my main woman. Unless, he just ain't grown up yet. It's just a maturity thing. I think a man can, I don't think a man will cheat forever. I think after he's done cheating, he'll stop, but he's going to cheat until he's done.
I don't.
That's just me, that's just me. I'm not saying all men cheat either. I'm not saying that. By no means.
I would.
You'd
and
say
I'm
that?
A man. Yeah.
All men
As
cheat?
A man. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I try to give the benefit of the doubt. I don't sound like a bitter old bitch. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's real. Like, I work in a warehouse with a lot of older men that are married. And yeah, it's the same old shit.
Yeah, they still cheat. I know.
Yeah, none of them grew out of it at all.
See?
45, 50.
And to me, that's wild. Like, how are you still thinking with your dick?
Yeah.
Are you you're not mentally satisfied to where you still feel like you need to find it in your dick? That's me. I'm a psychology major too. Like I said, I'm a nerd. I think about all this shit. So yeah, it's just...
I do think it's a little bit of human nature though. Yeah.
Very much so.
It's a bit of human nature.
Humans are the only creatures that have sex for pleasure, right? So
yeah,
it kind of just goes hand in hand with that. We're not gonna stop.
Yeah, and then it goes to the whole like eating the same meal every day. Would you really want to eat the same meal every day forever? Probably not.
Not forever, no.
You probably want to try something else.
Switch it up a little bit, but it'll still be the same.
I don't know.
Maybe once a day. I don't know.
I don't have faith in guys. I've been a guy for long enough. I've been around guys for long enough. I don't really.
Yeah, you've seen it firsthand, and you are a guy, and I don't have that much faith either. But that's why I still have to have that hope. Not all men cheat. Eventually, they'll stop, maybe. But
So are you're willing to sit through the period of them cheating and telling yourself, "Oh, this is going to stop eventually"?
Oh, fuck no.
Then what?
Here's what look, trust me. I've been through these conversations and I've had them with myself. Let's say I end up just getting in a relationship with somebody right now. Okay, we're gonna have that conversation. Look, do you know yourself well enough to where you're not gonna cheat? And if they can't even answer that question, I know I don't need to be in a relationship with them. Okay, let's say I get in a relationship. You're like, okay, do you know yourself well enough to where you know if you're gonna cheat or not? I'm like, okay, do you still want to be with me? Yeah. Okay, so now you understand. Now, if you go cheat, you coming home to me, we wearing a condom. We're gonna just be dating. But there's rules and regulations. To me, my thing is, if you want to go do what you want to do as a grown ass person, I ain't gonna stop you. Okay, you cheat. Be open for me to either cheat. You have to wear a condom when we have sex. So you just kind of got to be ready for anything. If you want me to sit there, you got to deal with it. Okay. I'm finna be happy. I'm not finna be miserable sitting over here. Why are you cheating? Oh my God, stop.
That's an interesting...
Go cheat, baby. Go cheat.
Yeah, that's a very interesting take. So are you chilling while that's happening? You keep it to yourself?
I do. For me, that's health. That's, mental. That's emotional.
Yeah.
If I feel like gonna go do it, I'm gonna let her know, hey, look, I'm finna go chill. You can't get mad. You've been doing it to me. You get mad. Why are you here? kind of be open for what you give. You can't dish it and not expect to take it.
Right. But why not just do an open relationship at that point then? Why not just have it be completely open? Y'all just run off, have your fun, come back home to each other. Okay, you still gotta wear a condom because who knows what you be doing over there. Have an open relationship. And I'll do the same thing too. I wouldn't ask something of somebody if I'm not willing to do it myself. I'm not. We can go get tested together. Go do all that together. Right. But look, babe, this past weekend I had some raw sex. We're going to have to use a condom until we go get tested again. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Is that hard? That's interesting. Is that hard? It's not hard. No, definitely an interesting way to look at it. But you've never been in an open relationship. Have I? Oh, yeah, ask
Good question. It's been a minute since I've been in a relationship. No. But I feel like I can do it as long as the communication is there. You shouldn't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you gotta lie, why are you with me?
Yeah. Is marriage in the cards, or?
I've been married before.
Oh wow, you've been married.
That's where kind of a lot of my takes come from. It's like, I'm not finna sit there and stress out if you cheating. Go cheat. You just can't be nasty with me.
And you would want to get remarried.
I don't want to get remarried.
Oh, okay.
I've closed that door. It's that emotional turmoil is too much for me to want to handle again.
Did that last a long time?
2 years.
2 years. How long were y'all together overall?
2 years before that, I believe.
You got married after 2 years.
He was like, yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah. What a decision.
What is it? Boy, it was a decision. Ooh.
Did y'all live together?
Yep.
How is that? I've never lived with any woman. I wouldn't want to.
I rather, honestly, I like living with guys, me. Like, because they'll stay to themselves more than a woman would. You know what I'm saying? They really just know what it means to just go do their own shit. You ain't got to worry about other people. But it's not bad. I mean, as long as everybody knows how to draw their line in the sand, boundaries.
Yeah, I've just heard a lot of stories about people getting tired of each other. Almost like moving in has ruined a lot of relationships. Because you're around each other all the
time, and you can't get a break. And see, at that point in time, I didn't want separation. It's like, oh, we're together. We need to do everything together. I was dumb as hell back then. Just trust me, I was dumb as hell.
Yeah.
If I'd have known what I knew now, then we wouldn't have moved in so soon. It had just been like really long dating, maybe still having separate places, even though we were married. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things could have been different.
Yeah. So you were like clingier back then. Like, would you call yourself a hopeless romantic?
No, I was just insecure.
So that's not, you don't do the clingy stuff anymore.
But then again, I haven't really been a clingy, like emotionally, like expressing the clinginess, like expressive, like, oh my God. Like this never been that. It's just more so like behind closed doors, like, where are you? What are you doing? That's what I said, more so insecure than clingy.
Right.
But now, I love my space so much. I don't like anybody in it instead of me wanting to be in other people's space. It's just like, nah, don't come over here. I'm good.
Okay. Do you like girls too? Or is it just...
I'm bisexual.
Okay. So what's the biggest difference you would say between dating men and dating women?
Emotions.
Emotions.
That's it. That's what it got. That's the only difference is emotions.
Yeah. It's probably hard to be compatible with another woman. I mean, would you consider yourself emotional? Or like you can be sometimes?
I can be. I can be very emotional. I'm a woman. That's innate. But I choose not to be emotional. I don't like it.
Right. So would you say you're more compatible with men, or?
I can't say I'm more for any, because I'm compatible with anybody. Like I can sit in a room with a stranger and we'd be like the best of friends after. Yeah. Very personable. So.
Okay. What types of dates you like to go on? You like to take a guy out and fucking wrestle him or some shit?
It sounds fun. I swear to God, that sounds like so much fun. It's like, yeah. Oh, that actually might be my next idea. Good job. Look at you. I like all types. I'm not the let's go on a club date,
Oh no.
No. I'm not that type of.
I don't even consider that a date.
Exactly. Now, okay, if we get dressed up and maybe go club hopping and maybe go to somewhere else, but going. But I'm more so like doing dates that require the sun to be outside. Right. Got to be outside doing something active.
Oh wow, an introvert that likes to be outside.
Oh God, I love to be outside. Swimming, hiking, camping. I love being outside.
Oh, because you like to be active. I can't get with the camping, I'm not gonna lie.
No? Oh my God. Once you get outside of the bouginess in you, it's fun.
Yeah. I don't like getting dirty. And also like laying on because what do you do when you camp? Where do you sleep? In a tent?
I mean, there's nowadays, and I say nowadays because like I've been camping like with my grandfather and stuff, and they had all type of weird shit. And like, what the fuck is this? But no, you got like tents, but basically tents now. There's tents now that have rooms instead of just the single one.
Right.
But you can air mattresses, pallets, whatever the fuck you can think of, cots, whatever.
Yeah. No, I don't like those sleeping conditions. And also, what are you eating when you're camping?
You eat what you can cook on a fire.
Oh, yeah.
See if you got over the bouginess, but there's also glamping. You know, where you kind of have the portable stuff that works on like a generator to be able to cook.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get like a hot plate or, you know, a mini stove or whatever. Have your little electrics out there that you want.
Yeah. But you do it the old school way.
Yeah, both ways if I could. Ugh. I could go fishing. I love fishing. You ever been fishing?
I've been fishing.
See,
I've been fishing, but fishing is not for me either. Yeah.
Bugs and waiting and stuff?
It's mainly the boredom. Just standing there. So kind of just standing there.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you know how to sit with yourself in silence?
Yeah. Yeah, but outside is different because now I'm like, why am I here? If I want to sit with myself in silence, I'm just gonna be in my bed chilling. Because if I'm outside fishing, I'm like, why am I? I'm not going to eat this fish. I'm not. It's just not fun to me. I don't know. Outside stuff is just not for me.
Really?
It's not for me. The most I'll do is probably the hiking, just because that's a workout. Mm-hmm. Working out's always good.
You found a point to it.
Yeah. But camping, just being outside, just to be outside, not for me. Mm. You walk around barefoot outside?
Mm-hmm. I'm a country girl. God. I do all kind of country shit. But a couple weeks ago, I went horseback riding in Blue Ridge. I love that.
Yeah, horseback riding. I've ridden horses too. I've done all that stuff.
But it's just not for you.
Yeah. I've done it enough to know it's just not for me. Maybe one day I'll try it again and see if I like it, but
it's just not for you.
Yeah, camping and fishing, I doubt I ever get into.
Look, I'll hold it. You ain't got to deal with it. I'm gonna deal with it. Don't worry about it, baby. I got you.
Yeah, maybe one day. I think we got enough.
Yeah,
I think we do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the Show Feed Podcast. This is Kendra. Do you want to shout out your social media or something?
Okay, yeah. So let me run down the list here. Instagram is Kendra Allure. Twitter is Allure Kendra. And then I have a website, www.kendraallure.com.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. That's Kendra. We out.